This is Jeff from Airstream Nerds, and I'm going to show you how you can change your tires without taking your trailer anywhere.
Airstream song, cruising to the campsite singing our song. Airstream song, we are the Airstream Nerds.
With the help of two of these trailer aids, I'm able to put them under one on each side, and I pulled my truck now. I'm in the driveway, so I don't have my chains, I don't have my power, I don't have anything like that. I just basically have, and I put the sway bars up just so the back of my truck wouldn't sit down so much for the few days it's going to be hooked up. So tonight, I'm going to pull these tires off. Both sides look like this. I've got a trailer aid on both sides. Normally I have one, I have it stowed in my compartment there for changing a flat on the road or something like that. But I bought a second one. I bought this one here so I could do two tires at a time. I got a local place that opens. I'm gonna drop two of them off on the way to work tomorrow morning. They're gonna do those. So I'll drop the tires, the old tire and rim, a pair of each, and they'll switch them up for me tomorrow. I'll pick them up and I'll reverse this. Now tomorrow, when I put the new tires on, I'll reverse this and I'll put the trailer aids back here and I'll back up onto them. Anyway, let me take these tires off. Okay.
Stop!
One, a regular lug nut wrench will not fit in here very well. So I had bought this kit for that. So I have a nice long breaker bar and this kit. So it is a 3/4 inch socket. The socket fits in there without damaging anything. Then the connector goes in. And then you can go ahead and loosen them up. Now you could loosen up, just break the seal, so to speak, prior to pulling it up on the tire. All I did was pull the safety cable on the brake so the tires are stuck and I can go ahead and pop these all loose while it's up. Either way, if I had remembered to do it before I pulled it up on the ramp, I would have, but I didn't. So pulling the brake was the next best thing. Let me go ahead and get this thing off. So now that I've broken them all loose, they're all pretty much finger tight, but it's, you know, it's a lot of twisting. I bought one of these gadgets for my drill, so I'm just going to pop this on the cordless drill that I always keep. Now, I could go and buy an air gun and do all that, or an electric impact wrench or cordless impact wrench for this, but for the number of times that I actually have to do this, like on the road or anything, I could have one in my house, but if we're on the road and I'm changing just a single tire here, pretty much all of us have some sort of cordless drill or anything. So I have that, I have the breaker bar, I have my socket, and I have this adapter. So I can break them loose and then just wind them out really quick, and I can do the whole thing pretty quick. So let me go ahead and take the tire off. Okay, one down, one to go. And be careful with the insert. The insert's just sitting in there like this. So if you pull your tire off, it will fall out. You don't want to ding it up. So make sure you grab it from the inside before it hits the ground and set it to the side. I'm going to try to clean it up before I put it back on. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I'll swap them up tomorrow and we'll be right back with you, and we'll see what we got getting rid of these notoriously bad marathons, bad word, and putting the endurances on. Here's the Centrimatics that are going on. They're essentially fluid and counterweights inside of this metal ring that will move based on where your weight is, where they need to as you drive down the road. They're simple. They go on like that. Now you can see that they are probably a 32nd thick, so it's technically a wheel spacer, but it's so small that you shouldn't notice anything. It shouldn't affect anything. It simply goes on like that. Put your tire right over it and you're done. So let me grab the tires. I'm going to go ahead and put the tires back on here, pull off this ramp, move the ramps, go go back up on my new endurance tires and take these other set of marathons off. I know I'm kind of going over the super basics, but so you line up the tire, back on the lug nuts. I have my lug nuts here. I'm gonna reverse what I did yesterday. I'm just gonna put them on barely snug. Gonna do the star pattern. Make sure that there's completely nothing, that there is no interference. These things slide right on just like that. And as you can see, that one seemed like it was a little bit crossed there, so I'm going to do that by hand. But you get the point. Just put them on. Put them on so they're snug. So once I get all those done, I'll be right back. So I've got the bolts basically finger tight, just a little bit more than finger tight. And now I'm going to use my torque wrench. Now I'm going to put a link to this one below. Got this on Amazon. But you can buy any torque wrench you want. I've got it set at 90 foot-pounds. And that's what I'm going to do to torque my tire. So you essentially put it on, make sure it's on the tight. Remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. And I'm just going to turn it until it clicks. That's 90. Once your torque wrench clicks, you're at the torque that you want. And then I'm just going to go across this one to this one to this one to this one to this one, and then down to that one. So basically just a star pattern. And once I get all 6 nuts torqued, I'll go to the other side and repeat it. Got my other 2 tires back. Let's go ahead and put them back on. I did this tire a little different. I didn't use the screw gun to tighten them up. You can do it either way. Just be careful, don't cross thread anything. That could be way more trouble than it's worth. Doesn't take that long just to throw them on with your fingers too if you don't have a screw gun. Anyway, that's it. I'm gonna put my tire pressure sensors back on, and don't forget, at least on these tires, they run at a higher pressure than my old tires. So make sure that you reset your tire pressure monitoring system for your new tire pressure so your alarm's not going off prematurely. Anyway, it's pretty simple. Of course, I drew this out, made it last a lot longer than it will really take if you're doing it yourself and you're not trying to video and explain. It should take 5 minutes a tire. No issues at all. The only time delay is actually taking the wheels somewhere and getting them swapped out, and hooking it up to the trailer, and hopefully you have another vehicle you can take the tires, etc., etc., etc. Anyway, this is Jeff from Airstream Nerds, and I'll see you on the next trip.